We made 4 moves, and linebacker position, I didn't expect us to come out and swinging like this. Tremaine Emmons from Buffalo, great linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the league. And so is TJ Edwards, 2 great linebackers. I believe I saw somewhere on Twitter that they ranked in the top 6 in PFF grades. So, and Emmons he's a great cover linebacker. He fits the scheme very well for the Bears, more than Roquan did. So, giving him a nice contract like this, a front-loaded contract too, by the way, which means, he gets the money, most of his money at the beginning of the contract, and it helps us be able to, move around with the cap towards the end of the years, in his deal. So that works out, and it works out for him too, getting, most of his money at the beginning of the contract. So I really like that move because he fits the scheme well. He can cover, he can blitz, he can do it all. He has all the intangibles to be a great linebacker for this defense. And, Eberflus, I can imagine, is extremely happy with this move. And the leadership is there, definitely. He was pivotal role for this Buffalo's defense success for the past 5 years. He's 24 too. He'll be 25, I think, sometime in the summer or September. So he'll be 25 this year. So it's a really solid move for the future. You get him for 4 years. End of the deal, he'll be 29. So still in his prime. So I think Emmons was a great pickup. And TJ Edwards, a solid, very underrated linebacker in the league. All he did was ball out this last 2 seasons. And first year coming in, didn't see too much time, but after the first year, 3 straight 100 tackle seasons. So he's just been a really good player for this Eagles team and one of their most important pieces to their success this year too. You watch the Eagles games, any of the games this year, he was all over the tape, making plays happen, and another guy that provides great leadership to, a young team. And I think him and Jack Sanborn, that Wisconsin connection, we have 3 great linebackers that can give us, 10 tackles a game type shit. So this linebacker core went from, Nicholas Morrow, Matt Adams, and Jack Sanborn to, top 5 linebacker duo in the league. So, it's exciting to see with that because one thing Chicago Bears always have are great linebackers. And with getting rid of Roquan Smith, not making him the highest paid linebacker in the league, I think we bounced back pretty well. Looking into this, we didn't want to give Roquan Smith $20 million a year. So we gave, Tremaine Emmons $18 million and TJ Edwards $6 million, which was a steal. I don't know how we were able to make that contract work, and he was able to sign that because that's a steal for what he gives us on the field. So, those guys, $24 million a year together in comparison to $20 million to just Roquan Smith. And like I mentioned, Emmons fits very well in, the defensive scheme. TJ Edwards will ball out in this game too, so it works well. We get the price of 2 great stud linebackers that we would have got for Roquan Smith and a 2nd-round pick that, that could do something. We could be John Michael Smith's. It could be some potential piece that will add to the puzzle. And DeMarcus Walker is a defensive lineman we picked up, towards the end of the day one, and 7 sacks with the Titans. So this was a promising pickup for the Bears. And, like I mentioned, 7 sacks. He had his career year with the Titans this year. And anytime you watch the Titans game, he was pressuring the quarterback or getting a sack. He had 16, QB hits. And I seen on Twitter too, 16 QB hits by him and 20 QB hits by the Bears in total. So you add him, he's going to, wreak some havoc. And I hope this isn't an Aquan Muhammad situation where he had 6 sacks with the Colts, a solid defensive line with Buckner, all the talent they had, and you plug him into the Bears defensive line and, he doesn't do shit because he's the only guy type stuff. There's not another guy that can generate a lot of pass rush like similar to where he was with the Colts. But I think this is a solid depth piece, and who knows, he could definitely be possibly a starter. And I'm excited to see what else we do, defensive line, interior. But Nate Davis, I think this is another solid pickup at the guard position. He's getting a 3-year, $30 million contract, so he's definitely going to start. But I like him and Tevin Jenkins at the guard position. And I think we could possibly keep Cody Whitehair, maybe restructure the contract. But if that doesn't work, then cut him. But I like what we're looking at interior wise. Nate Davis is a quality starter. 54 games he's played in his career, and I mean he had a couple seasons where he got a little banged up, missed 5 games last year, 3 games the season before. But other than that, this guy is a quality starter, pretty decent lineman, and he would fit in just well with this run offense we got. Tennessee, they ran the ball well, and Chicago this year, we were the first team in rushing yards, so he's going to fit in well with this scheme. Should be a good move for the Bears. So 4 solid moves today. Right now, day one, I give us a B plus. I would have loved to get Draymond Jones, even Hargrave, but the moves we made, I'm not mad at all. And some guys I would like Ryan Poles to, maybe sign tomorrow in the next coming days. Yannick Ngakoue, defensive end from the Colts, solid 8.5 sacks damn near every year. I'd also like Byron Murphy, corner for the Cardinals, solid corner, good starting corner. You can get him for a cheap deal. And maybe a center, Jake Brendel. I know we're rumored to be interested in him. That would be another great option for us, a veteran center, because we could still draft John Michael Schmitz, but for short term, for right now, you need a veteran. As it looks, we're probably going to, draft defense tackle and offensive line heavy in the draft, but I would love a right tackle as well. Throw a guy in there, Isaiah Wynn, probably a Trey Pipkins. So there's some options out there still. So any of those guys, I would love the Bears to pick up.
Welcome to 6-Man Blitz. Got a great episode for you guys today. Man, it's a great day to be a Bears fan, man. I know you've seen what happened. I know everybody's seen what happened. But before we get into that,